I've completed this painting now, and I want you to look at certain aspects. The horizon line is about a third of the way. It's a third of the way down. That means that the sky is quite large, and I think I've put enough interest in the sky with the light on the cloud there to take care of the sky. If I had put just a plain graded wash on 2/3 of the paper, there would not have been enough interest. At the same time, the interest in the sky is not enough to detract from the main focal line, which I've created here with quite dark trees. I've tried to vary the colour and the tone a little bit. I've tried to vary the shapes quite a lot, and you'll see I've left lots and lots of negative spaces with the light on this water at the back showing through the trees. All the little light dark transitions is what creates the interest in that line. Once I'd established that line, I was very careful in the foreground not to let any tonal contrast become so strong that it took away attention from the focal line. So here in the foreground I've kept everything quite nice and soft, and I've got just a couple of very soft reflections, one there of that bush, and just a suggestion of reflection there at the back. And I think that makes quite a very pleasing, fairly successful landscape. And it also demonstrates quite nice recession, because the shapes of these contours are getting smaller, flatter, and closer together as they go back, and that is how we create the recession. This is a landscape now that has evolved from nothing. It started just as an exercise in practicing recession. That means bluing, cooling the colours, the contours as they go back, warming them as they come forward, also reducing the size of the contours on the paper as they go back. And you see that the contours are getting narrower and narrower and narrower as they go back towards the little mountain. And you can see how I've made the contours at the back here show up by consciously making them alternate between medium and light, medium and light, medium and light, medium and light. Without that a contrast in the contours, they're not going to show up. So you concentrate here in this area on getting them very thin, close together, and alternating in colour. In the front, all I've done is just apply a lot of speckles and little brush strokes just to suggest small flowers and grasses, using quite a nice dark hot green here in the foreground, cooling my greens as they go back, and then there's just enough yellow in that mountain to join it to the foreground, and it's a very easy way of creating quite a pleasing painting. It didn't even need a reference.